reports. I have none. Reports by council. Let's start with Councilmember Roth.
No report this evening, thank you.
Councilmember Burzins.
Thank you, Mayor. I would just like to remind everyone that we do have a wonderful Shop Aurora program. While you're out shopping during this holiday season, just remember that anything you spend in Aurora will stay in Aurora. It will be spent on your roads, on your libraries, on all sorts of improvements. So while you're out, please try to frequent our Aurora stores and restaurants, and hope you had a good Thanksgiving. Thanks.
Councilmember Fitzgerald.
Mayor, it's more in terms of a comment. You may have read in the paper that Aurora, it looks like we'll be in one congressional district. The district court that approved this plan has sent it on. It's in the Supreme Court, but it looks like it's such a well-drafted opinion by the district court that will happen. We've wanted for a long time to have one Aurora represented by one congressperson. I would like to say, if this goes on and goes through, thank you to Congressman Perlmutter. He's done a yeoman's job for Aurora, north of Yale, basically. And I welcome Congressman Kaufman to take that territory. It will have Fitzsimmons, of course, and Buckley, and Mr. Kaufman being a military retiree and serving in a couple of wars. I think this will be excellent for him. I would also like to say, anybody running for one Aurora, I would certainly hope that they live in Aurora. I would not want to run, for example, against Diana DeGette in Denver. That would make no sense. So I'd just like people to think about that.
Councilmember Broom.
Thank you, Mayor. I'd like to make two appointments to the Citizens Advisory Budget Committee. One's David Patterson, and the second person is Francois Bergen. And then I'd like to thank Dave Rich and Bob Meyer, who served on my behalf on the committee for the past 8 years. When the wards were redistricted several years ago, those two gentlemen were moved from Ward 6 to Ward 5. So I've appointed two new people from Ward 6 for the Budget Committee. Secondly, I attended the third groundbreaking for the new VA hospital on the Fitzsimmons campus. I think this one's going to hold because they had the new contractor there, and the contract was signed to build the hospital. And so I guess it's full speed ahead now to build the new hospital. Third, I had a meeting scheduled. A meeting has been scheduled by city staff at 2 p.m. on December 1st at the Heritage Eagle Bend Clubhouse about the Heritage Parkway and Gartell Road intersection. This has been a major issue out there as traffic on Gartrell has increased, and we're going to try to work with the community out there to see if there aren't some safety improvements that can be made out there, and we're asking the community for their ideas. Thank you.
Good. Councilmember Hunter Holen.
There we go. Yeah, I too was at the groundbreaking, and I just want to thank Congressman Perlmutter for his stallion effort of getting this through. And I'd really be remiss to not mention my husband, Bill Holen, who really helped in that effort as well. And then I'd like to also thank Pastor Mays of the Living Waters Christian Church, who put on a pre-Thanksgiving meal for the homeless on November 23rd, and he really needed some help, and Bernie Rogoff came through, as well as Ed Lewitt from Costco. He's the manager there, and thanks to those people for really making that happen.
Councilmember Miller.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. I'd like to remind everybody, I hope you all had a great Thanksgiving, and we have the Joy Drive about to start up in North Aurora. It's going to be from December 1st through the 10th. And so what we're doing is gathering clothes, toys, hygiene products, whatever it might be, and delivering them to the Martin Luther King Library from 9 to 5. And I believe you can drop them off up to November 30th. They'll still take things after the 1st of December, I'm sure, as well. But we're sponsoring 48 different charities. So a lot of people are being helped by this for the holidays. So if you'd like to donate, that's one option. I'd like to invite folks to the Bicycle Pedestrian Master Planning meeting we're having here at the Municipal Center on December 6th from 6 to 7:30. We're relooking the entire bicycle pedestrian master plan for the city. This is a great time if you have an interest in that activity to actually make your voice heard, have an input, create an input. The Aurora Arts District is hosting their annual Christmas event tree lighting on December 9th from 5 to 8 p.m. in Fletcher Plaza. It's always a good time. Usually there's some hot chocolate and things there. I'm not so sure this year. I think there will be. But usually we have Santa there, so bring your kids out, and I'm sure they'd love to see him. And there will be no ward meeting in December because of the holidays. So thank you very much.
Councilmember Peterson.
I just want to mention that the Eagles Lodge put on a wonderful Thanksgiving event for the seniors, and I saw council members there volunteering. I took my mother, and I was amazed of how many people they served there, and I saw Councilmember Broom and Councilmember Berslins serving the folks in the line. I thought that was very nice. And then I also would like to invite anyone who would like to come. I'm having a town meeting Monday, December the 12th, in the Aurora Room here at the City Building from 7 to 9 p.m. And the meeting will be about fracking, which is a very hot topic. And if you have an interest, you can come whether you're in my ward or not. Come Monday the 12th, 7 to 9 p.m.
Councilmember Markert.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. It is the holiday season with something happening everywhere. I would invite everyone to the Stampede on Saturday night, 4 o'clock. Wear your cowboy boots from 4 to 6. We're celebrating the Art to Sea project on Havana, which has placed 10 different sculptures throughout the Havana Business Improvement District. We will be announcing the winner of the People's Choice. You can go online at havana.com and still vote. And that night we will be celebrating that project, which is a partnership between Art and Public Places and the Havana Business Improvement District. And then get up bright and early on Sunday here, well, across the street at the museum at 2 o'clock. The Aurora History Makers are honoring and celebrating 3 of the people who have shaped the history of Aurora. Former council member Lindemann, Ingrid Lindemann, her husband Don, and Juanita Sparks, who's the wife of the late Judge Sparks, who everyone has stories about. So hope you can all join us at the museum on Sunday from 2 to 4 for the History Museum History Makers celebration as well. Thank you.
Councilmember Laguerre.
Yes, Mayor, I have 2 appointments to make this evening, and one is Richard Moore, and that is for the Citizens Advisory Budget Committee. And Dick Moore served, previously on the CABC, and I believe he went out when Councilmember Hogan left office 2 years ago. And so Dick Moore is going to be back, and Dick is a CPA and certainly has a lot of background on the CABC. My other appointment would be Tony Brake for the Business Advisory Board. And Tony is a current, or at least was a current, BAB member up until Mayor Towers' term ended. And so I am reappointing Tony Brake to the Business Advisory Board. Thank you.